So I've seen that all of the other speakers who came up were talking about their incomplete love stories. But this is the story of an incomplete person who found a complete love story. It's not that of a romantic one, I'd say, but more of an intense one. More of the valuable one and the true one, for sure. So here it goes. A Sunday morning. Happy and hopeful the way she woke up. Hopped out of the bed, bounced down to make some coffee, humming and grooving as she gulped. The sunlight poured in through the open window. It lit her face. The breeze blew her hair. It was a perfect Sunday morning. But you see, perfection doesn't come by default. To be happy, one has to learn not to be sad. For these perfect and awesome Sunday mornings weren't as perfect and awesome as they are. Blank and indifferent. The way she spent the whole night. Pulled herself out of the bed, thumbed down to calm her belly. Stood like a stone as she forced each bite. There was a storm outside. No light, no breeze. It made her crawl back in and drizzle under the blanket. It was just a Sunday morning. But neither indifference is inbuilt. It requires a lot more practice. An empty vessel cannot be emptied further. For a man doesn't know that some files just corrupt the software immediately. Flashback. Colorful to blank was the transition of a little girl's sketchbook. Dangly to still went her feet. Deaf to what the music was playing, confused and heedless. The love of elders was misread by her, for she had read only one misspelled book for years. Touch. Touch was also misinterpreted. It had only one meaning. But pain? How can pain be misinterpreted? It was raw and shattering, and it broke her and it shattered her, and the ruins lay down in front of her eyes, and she could do nothing but stare at them and cry. But understanding is unpunctual. It comes through experience, but it does come eventually, right? So now she knew that her body belonged to her and could only be shared with someone she loved, and not with someone who lusts for it, wants it, or just craves it. She knew that this was the end. But after all that had happened to her, but after all that she had been through, came the disgust, self-disgust. She disgusted herself. Past played like a movie in her head. No pause button. Gentle touch with harsh intentions and a consoling voice. Disapproval was undiscovered. Her hands were gripped, her face was pale, her lips were bleeding. Vessel was emptying at each step. But a tree cannot stop the axe. The sun cannot stop the clouds. The emptiness of the vessel gifted her rigidity. She was rigid like a stone now, but she survived. She survived, but her childhood? Brutally murdered. And after seeing all the ruins of her body lay down in front of her, she decided to reconstruct herself. But a reconstruction is not a one-man job. It requires company. And a true man was the labor, true love was the concrete. The labor was hard-working, determined and caring, reconstructed her to roots. He taught her to read with all correct spellings. Now, her building, her body, She was unshakable. She now knew for sure that her body belonged to her and was now just shared with someone she loved. Consent was the word he taught her, and now she knew how to use it well. So, happy and hopeful the way they woke up, hopped out of the bed, bounced down to make some coffee, humming and grooving as they gulped. The sunlight poured in through the open window. It lit their faces. The breeze blew their hair. It was another perfect Sunday morning. Thank you so much.